Many of the trees are quite magnificent. Soaring up into the sky a long, long way. I'm a big fan of trees, and this is quite magnificent. With epiphytes hanging on it. It's got a tremendous spread. And look at the roots on there. Very old drinking fountain. You step on the pedal and the water comes out of the lion's mouth. Rather ornate. And it works. This is called the Monkey River in the park, in the gardens here, and it does contain little fish. That one there has particularly nice blue, or greenish blue, pectoral fins. And lovely flashes of green on its gills as well, gill covers. There's a big avenue of bamboos of various kinds. This plant has a superb pinkish flower. That is an absolute beauty. There's a little squirrel. I'll follow them out how to get into this thing. He's off. What about this for an avenue of trees? Isn't that quite something? Fountain playing in the distance there. Some bamboo is enormous. What size are these things here? They must be 50 or more feet high. This part of the garden contains an extensive collection of medicinal plants and herbs for cooking. This tree has some weird and wonderful fruit on it. I've never seen anything like these, ever. Little white lanterns. Strange gelatinous stuff. They're quite hard. Oh, a chap has just appeared and told me that this is called a jambo. And it comes from Asia. And there are two kinds. There's a white kind and a red kind. And it is in fact edible. And to show me, he picked one off the tree and ate it. So I'll give this a go and see what it's like. It's quite nice. It's slightly tart, but very juicy. And this climber has the most amazing flower. It must be a foot across. They're quite fragile. And these are the flower buds before they open up. That's really amazing plant. There's one there which is very young. Even the smallest of bushes, this looks like some kind of acacia. It could be miles long. A wonderful flower there. There's a sort of group of bird watchers assembling here and they're pointing these things out to me. A little bird.
Oh, it's not time for him to sing.
Só, muito baixo assim, isso é escada. Aí o que eu fiz? Ó, fiz assim, ele olhando pra mim. Aí ele começa a descer. Aí eu faço assim. Eu boto no meu rolo. É um só copo de vocação. Boa fé! É difícil pra tirar. Cara, eu devia estar querendo sair, ele me beliscava, não queria sair. O dia que eu encostava, aí a Fernanda fotografou. Bonitinho.
There's a little hummingbird on this flower.
Guilherme, olha o beija-flor ali, Guilherme.
Green.
Essa flor amarela aí.
Around this rock there are lots of little kernels of fruit. If you look at them very carefully, they all have a beautiful little round hole in them like that. I wonder what does it. They're absolutely circular. And under this bush there are thousands of them. Thousands and thousands of them, all with this little hole in. Here's a wonderful pool with these Amazon lilies. These giant leaves. These are quite small. They do grow much, much bigger. And you've got very spiky underneath, like big ribs with spikes on. Gives them strength. But they are quite wonderful. And there are different kinds of these water lily leaves. This one doesn't have a lip to it. It's still quite big. There's a sort of slightly spiky top to it. And this one has a sort of frilly edge. And a smooth top. Amazonian ones. Certainly outshow the others with that pink underside and that bright green top. Hosanna. I'm not sure what it is and what it represents. Anyway, there it is for what it's worth in the Botanical Gardens. I have no idea what these plants are called. I don't suppose it matters. You can just look at the representative sample of them. And that there is a stunning flower. And there from inside the park you see the inevitable Mr. Redeemer. This is slightly enshrouded in cloud. The weather is supposed to change today. See it there. Anyway, just to remind you, in case you're falling by the wayside. The orchid house has many species, as you would expect. You just choose a few. In this pool here in the park, this great big fish. Which is quite difficult to see. It has a sort of upturned mouth and great big teeth that it can grab something on the surface. I suspect it's a fruit eater. You can just make it out there. That's the mouth of it anyway. Nice teeth there, can you see them? I don't know, I don't think they're sharp, I think they're just for crushing things. But it must be, I would think it must be 10-12 pounds. There, right in front of me, is a sort of sucking loach type fish with a long tail. Nobody else even noticed this. Yeah, I suppose it's partly to do with being a fisherman. Now big, this one here is obviously, this is its territory. This one's coming towards me now. This is a really weird plant with strange fruit. It doesn't seem to have any leaves either.
É por aqui.
Wonderful flower. We've really ripped this tree here. This is the flower. Quite an amazing structure. And there is the fruit. A great big hard shelled thing. One of them's just come off, landed on this lawn and rolled down into the stream. That one there has just come off. It's got a really thick skin. I think if it came down and banged on the head, it would leave you with a pretty severe headache. The tree is festooned with them, but there's no sort of fence around it or anything. And another one of these things has just fallen off with a hell of a thump on the grass. So I've just come across this tree. These fruits aren't actually on a climber, they're on the tree itself. Although there's no, it seems to produce fruit out of the trunk. Some of them are mountains high. Here's another one, festooned with these fruits. This is the Fountain of the Muses in the Botanical Garden, so it's a wonderful avenue of trees all the way down there, and similarly behind where I'm standing now. This is one of the nicest avenues in the garden. These are Pau Mulatto trees. They only produce branches right at the very top. I mean, look at the height of this thing here. 40 metres. The top of that, and it's a hardwood tree. So it's quite a valuable tree in the forests. And there's a big avenue of them all the way down here. Look how quiet it is. Once you get away from the main drag, it's a very peaceful place to be.